Bonza, g'day, and welcome to TrustyHogs in Australia. We're going to be bush pigs. I don't know. I'm trying to think of an Australian version of TrustyHogs.
I think what we need to say is we're going on tour, both of us.
Yes, sorry.
To Australia. We'll both be playing. I'll be playing Melbourne and Sydney. You'll be playing Melbourne and?
Sydney and Brisbane and Perth.
Fabulous. I will be in Melbourne. I'll be at the Westin 3 at the International Comedy Festival. You can buy tickets for my show now. And at Sydney, I'll be at the Factory Theatre and you can buy tickets for my show now.
And in Melbourne, I'll be at the Greek, which I have looked on Google Maps, and it is very close to Catherine's venue.
Woo-hoo!
Isn't that so cute?
Oh,
We're super
pick me
close.
up after.
And then, no, I think you'll be picking me up.
Oh.
I think.
That's
I need
standard.
to check that. But come pick us up. Come pick us up. Sydney, I'll be at the Factory Theatre with Catherine, and that's super close to the ice cream place. Brisbane, I'll be at Powerhouse. And in Perth...
Can a powerhouse be inside of a powerhouse? She will be.
I'll be bloody there. And at Perth, I'll be at the Perth Comedy Festival for the Regal Theatre.
Gorgeous.
And we're also bringing TrustyHogs live
Yeah.
to Australia.
Melbourne and Sydney, bitches. It's on sale. I've never said bitches before in my life.
It felt really wrong.
It felt really weird. I said it and I was
Bitches,
like...
get your tickets.
No, that's hideous. Well, anyway, see you there, Australia.
Aussie.
No, we've been over this.
Aussie. Hoggy.
Yeah.
Oh.
We both got it wrong.
See you there.
Hello and welcome to episode 128. The slowest ever episode of Trusty Hogs.
Are we actually committing to this?
The podcast.
Oh my God.
Where we tell you about our perfect lives and you write in with all of your little... I can't even kind of do it.
I actually started getting angry.
I was like tired doing that. That was like exhausting.
Wait,
My God,
sleepy
are people
girl?
actually living that way?
That
like
was
I can't,
sleepy.
that's so boring. Jesus Christ. Anyway, you send in your problems, we answer them obviously at a normal pace.
Through the fog, step forth the trusty hogs. Yeah, you're gonna give them your problems and they will solve them, or maybe they won't, and that's your problem. They'll have guests and Andrew White on the tech. Oh, it's Helen and Catherine as the trusty hogs. Trust the trusty hogs, or maybe not.
Come here to me. How are you?
I'm good. You just did my hair.
I did your... Well, I fixed your lovely... You've got some serious volume today.
I washed
And
it this morning.
It looks fabulous.
I've
And we're loving your look. We're loving this whole vibe.
I've got on my new look. We talked about it in the last episode.
You don't need to hold your
but
boobs.
I do, because it's like it doesn't quite fit right. So there's a bit of fabric that comes up over.
A bit of what?
Fabric.
And we both know you said fabric.
Did I say fabric?
Yep,
Oh,
there's a bit of
Jesus
fabric.
Christ. Who's Fabio? Oh, like in Ugly Betty.
Yes. And
Fabia.
and also
Wilhelmina.
you look beautiful. You look gorgeous. Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
You look beautiful as well, but you always look beautiful.
Thank you. We need to talk about how it's our last one before Australia together.
We're in Australia right now. When you're listening to this.
Are you excited? What are you most excited about? And what are you most worried about?
Okay, worries? I don't know yet. I'll think of them on the plane.
Oh, really? You'll
Yeah.
wait till you're on there to start thinking about worries.
I tell you what I got a bit worried about, but then took myself out of it, is that, so for those who don't know, every year, like a certain number of comedians are invited over from Britain to do Australia, and like you sort of need to be invited, otherwise you can buy your way in and pay to go, but it's like so mad expensive. So you sort of have to wait to be invited. And then there's 2 companies you can go out with, and I'm with the company that most of you guys aren't with.
Yeah, we're with the bigger group.
So you're in the bigger group, and I'm with the company that sort of like run Sydney and Brisbane and Perth, hence why I'm there for 6 weeks. But it means that you guys are all in the same hotel, and I'm in an Airbnb. With Olga, and I wanted the Airbnb. I know I could have asked for the hotel, but then and as soon as I was like, oh my God, I got an Airbnb, it means I've got a kitchen, it means I've got a bit more space, it means that there's not that pressure to constantly be with people because you're also like doing your own thing. And then I got myself worried that I'd be outside of the loop because everyone's together,
right,
apart from us. And then I remembered that I'd be more panicked in the hotel. I'll cry either way, guys.
And also, if I may, I'm having the opposite problem, except that the truth is we'll keep each other in the loop. You'll keep me a place where I can go and decompress, and I'll keep you in the loop in terms of everything that's happening in the hotel.
I think we're going to be the festival cry flat. like everyone who needs a break is going to come to us. So we're just going to be constantly like buy boxes of tissues.
Yeah.
Getting wine.
That's nice.
I'm also worried that I'm allergic to wine. And we're going to be doing like wine tours.
Sorry, I yawned.
The histamines are hitting me differently these days.
Then don't drink red. Just drink white.
I don't like
It's full of tannins.
wine.
Rosé. You were born to be rosé.
But thing is, it's
You're
like,
a rosé girl.
But even then, I still get sneezy and I make that itchy noise at the back of the. Do you know when you get hay? Okay, anyone who's got hay fever will know exactly what that noise is. Em's nodding.
I don't do that.
It's very common.
I don't like that.
And then I like feel a bit sick and a bit sleepy, and like I.
How much are you drinking?
I'm 32 and I now carry Gaviscon with me.
But how much are you drinking?
Sometimes it's just a glass.
Okay, that's crazy.
Like it'll be the end of the night, someone will be like, "Oh, you got to do a drink before you go?" And I'll be like, "Oh, I'll have a glass of wine before I get to the tube or whatever." And by the time I'm on the bus,
how conversation works.
No. You know what? Fuck all of you. We know I'm not the best conversationalist, and I'm always trying my best.
No, this is so evidently the second record of a day. That was the energy of a woman who was like, so then I'm like, okay, and then she's like, all right. Okay, so anyway, get to the point, which is that I know what you're going to say, which is that you've started watching weird videos, haven't you?
It's itchy. No, what weird videos?
Is this not connected to the sinus story you were going to tell?
Oh my God, yeah, I want to talk about sinuses. Only because, okay, oh my God, this is a whole thing.
I sound like such a little bitch being like, surely this is the sinus story, but you weren't even going there.
No, I was just saying I was allergic to wine.
Well,
because I'm fucking scared that we're going to spend all our days off in Melbourne at these amazing vineyards and wineries.
Oh,
and everyone's going to be having a glorious time in the sun. And I'll be there, burnt, getting covered in boils. I'll be getting bitten by everything.
Why can't you wear SPF?
Oh yeah, wear SPF like it's that easy to remember. And then I'm going to be going through all of that. And then on top of that, I'm going to be all like, all claggy.
Just wear bug repellent and sunscreen.
And then, oh, come on. Bug repellents are a fucking con.
No, they're not.
They're a con.
They work.
Have you ever breathed in DEET? I'd rather be covered with bites than breathe in any more DEET.
Those aren't the options.
Right. DEET comes in a spray can.
Yeah.
And you have to breathe.
You can get roll-on.
Can you actually?
Yeah.
Write that down. I need to get some roll-on DEET. I did not know that was an option. Me and Francis had to like get asthmatic pumps out in Mexico because we breathed in so much DEET one day. Like we huffed it basically.
You can also do it outside and not keep your mouth closed.
Yeah, we thought about that, but there were raccoons outside, so we couldn't go out.
I can't.
It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. So
I keep getting distracted by how fabulous I've made your hair look. You look gorgeous.
Thank you. Please check us out on YouTube. But I want to be able to enjoy everything, and I don't want to have to but I'm also maybe I get acid reflux from everything now.
Good God. When will the horrors stop?
I'm with you. When will the horror stop? It's horrible. I had dinner the other day, and it was quite a quick turnaround at home to have dinner and run out to do gigs. And I was like, oh my God, by the time I was on the bus, I was like, something's bubbling. And I felt sick. And this is why now I carry Gaviscon in my bag. That's so sad. I'm 32. And then I went to the doctors and I was going to ask about it, but it wasn't that doctor's appointment. It was a schmear test. So then you can't.
No.
Schmear.
No.
I'll have a bagel with
Helen,
your schmear.
No. You are not ruining schmear for me.
Come schmear to me now.
No, we are not ruining schmear.
I only just learned really what schmear was a couple of years ago.
It's not a schmear test.
Schmear.
It's not a schmear test.
It's lox.
Say smear.
It's cream cheese.
It's
smear scallions.
It's a smear test.
Smear. Oh, it's not as fun.
Say smear test.
Smear test.
Right.
Yeah, but if you had a choice, Andrew.
Are we going to circle back to
to
sinus stuff or what?
We're going to circle back to everything.
Okay.
You know what, guys? Can we just roll today? Can we just roll with it? It's Thursday, the 4th of April, 2024.
When you say, can we roll with it, you mean can we roll with your crazy rambling?
Let's just let Helen be today. Okay. Shall we just let Helen fly? You know what? Don't clip my wings. That's another thing. Started listening to R. Kelly again. Why? I don't know.
No,
honestly,
Helen.
I was in a taxi with
Helen,
Sunil and
dark.
World's Greatest came on,
No,
and I was
I'm
like,
not
this is
gonna
an
do this with
absolute banger.
No, Helen.
This is bad.
Helen.
Schmear. Okay, sorry, smear. I was having a smear test. Let me focus on that then.
Please.
Yeah? Okay.
I think you need Ellen in to sort your structure out because this is all over the place.
Do you think we need a director for the podcast?
Yeah.
Just for your monologues, go on.
I had a smear test and I was like,
That part we've established, I'd say.
this will be good to get done. And I got it in early because I thought early in the day better.
Yeah,
and like,
I'm having mine at 1:30 on Friday.
that's all right. That's early enough still.
But I'm seeing Ed Knight afterwards, so I hope he's gentle with me. That sounds like we're going to fuck.
Ed's putting his weaselly little dick in you and you're worried it's going to poke your cervix. Like,
He's not. I just meant like emotionally. I hope he's gentle.
what are you going? You're going to go meet up with Ed because you want to see if you can get Slime Country back on the air? Like, is he missing it that much?
Have they cancelled it?
I don't think they've cancelled it. They just haven't made one in like 6 months.
Oh, well, I'll talk to him about that, yeah.
100% talk to them about it because they're paying for an office. They are.
They got their own studio and then immediately stopped making it.
Oh yeah, for anyone who doesn't
Can we
know,
use the
my
studio?
housemate and Huge Davies and Ed and I, they've all been on this podcast before, amazing comedians. They started a podcast called Slime Country, which was like it was the enemy of this podcast, and they made a massive fuss of it, and then they just stopped making it randomly one day.
Even though they're paying for a studio.
And they're paying for a studio. Whenever I think that I make bad business choices, I'm like, I'm doing fine. I went for a smear test, and it was with the same nurse who did it last time. And I was really prepared to go in. Obviously, same as any time you go to the doctors, even if you're just seeing like not the GP. I had like a couple of things I wanted to ask just to check in with. And she was like the most humorless woman. She was so humorless last time. But at the point where I was like, hi, how are you? And she went, fine. Like really not up for it. And I was like, right, I need to remember to tell her I need the big speculum and not the little speculum because they always give you the standard one. And I know I need big. And I said that to her and she went, have you had a baby? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no. And she went, you'll be fine. And I was like, I'm telling you. So then obviously this comes in plastic. So I'm ruining the environment with having such a fucking massive cunt.
No,
And
the massive cunt is the woman who didn't listen to you.
Okay. Slay. Here we go. We're always like that here. If you're new here, we're always like that.
Believe
Subscribe.
women.
Subscribe. Give 5 stars. Give 5
women.
stars.
Go on.
She unwrapped all of it and I'm naked, right? Because I didn't even do that smart thing. You know when you wear a dress and tights so you can just pull up. I did, for some reason, jeans and a little top. So like was like everything out. And I was like sitting there, she unwrapped it all and she put it in. She's like, where's your cervix? Where's your cervix? She's like looking up. And I'm like, I probably need the big one. And then she's like, we need the big one. Then she went, but we're out of the big ones. And I was there going
Well,
like,
why didn't you open with that, babe?
yeah, like, please don't tell me. And I think she thought that even though I needed the big one, that she would be able to like jab high enough up and just guess if she scraped the cervix or not.
Christ on a bike.
So then she's like, maybe someone else has got one. So she goes through the door to get it. These are doctors' soft closed doors that move slow. No. So there's a curtain and then the door, but she pulls back the curtain to leave.
No.
Oh my God. And I'm lying there and the door opens and the curtain's back and I'm just like, oh, like snap my legs shut. And then I can just see the voices, like see the shadows and the voices of people getting closer. And I'm just there going like, and it just closes in time as I see the first foot step in front of the door. And I'm like, oh my God, just please find a big one.
Sydney
I don't
all over
want to.
Again?
It's insane. And then she goes to get the big one and she comes back in and then she's like, oh no, wait, I forgot this. She goes back out again. And you gotta remember when she comes back in, the door soft closes again. I'm like, you are fucking mental. This is so mental. Because then I'm just, oh my, it's so, and also like, smear test days, like it's so tricky, but I was sort of like, okay, my doctor's is now like a 30-minute walk away from me because I haven't moved since like my last address, which means that my old address is getting my HPV results. So I'm like, fucking need to find out the courage to knock on that door at some point and be like, did you get a letter for Helen A? HPV? Did I just say yes or nay? Like,
did they not just text you?
I asked him if it was text. She went, no, this one will be a letter. And I was like, oh,
You
damn.
not forwarded your post for the
And
post
I didn't
office?
want to. No, none of that. No,
Why?
I just
You can
I'm
just
just
redirect.
like, if it's that important, I'll find out eventually when I get arrested. And basically,
They don't arrest you for HPV.
but she found my. No, they can't.
Do they?
Wait, can they? If you're really spreading it though, like purposefully.
Helen, I think you should
But then they got the
redirect your post. You say all you have to do is go to the post office. You pay for one fee, and they just forward all your posts to you.
The post office near me is mental, Catherine.
Yeah, but it's not any more mental than knocking on a stranger's door and asking if you have HPV.
Well,
You get that, right? Actually, you could do it online.
I wouldn't have to see those people.
You could do it
again.
online.
Yeah.
You can do it online.
How do I change my? Basically,
You can redirect your post online.
Can I actually? Because I've got the
Yes.
Royal Mail app.
Yes.
Andrew, can you
Yes.
please note down to do that?
Yes.
So I do it at the end of
not
the
your
episode.
secretary.
This whole podcast, you've just been making me and Em note down things that you need to do.
Which sponge is the mould sponge? Snail wants to know.
What do you mean?
Yeah, blue. Blue in bathroom.
You're keeping a sponge you're using to clean mold with?
Yeah, we have a mould sponge
But then it's
for
just
like
going to
black
grow
mould.
more mold.
No.
Are you cleaning it?
Does it?
Yeah.
No, because it's covered in mould
Spores.
spray. So it's like it's dying on impact. And then I was like, we can't use this sponge to clean anything else because like mould spray is like really toxic. Catherine, I thought you'd be proud of me for having a specific sponge. He goes, thank you. Okay, so
Sorry, the fact that he didn't know,
I feel
that's so
unwell.
worrying already.
What's
it's
he
because
using the
once
other
he
sponge
used
for?
a different sponge and I went, that's not mould sponge. And I was like, we have to
For
get rid
what?
of that
Like
sponge
his
now.
back?
But, huh?
Like what's
No,
doing?
he used a different sponge for cleaning mould, and I was like, "That's not mould sponge." And I went, "We've got to get rid of that, or turn that also into mould sponge, because you have to have a specific sponge for mould,
Maybe he's made that
must-
mistake
like
before, though.
toilet
Yeah, we
brush. You
must
don't use
never live
toilet
together.
brush to like get rid of cobwebs. You know what I mean? That's just for toiletty. Hello?
I hate you.
I'm saying I don't. I'm saying I don't. I'm saying I don't do that.
Good.
Okay, so
I cleaned the bathroom at the weekend.
so hang
So
on.
sorry, you're there in the stirrups.
Yeah, so just to be clear, your smear test.
Yes. No,
Yeah.
no stirrups. No stirrups. It's a lovely local doctor's. No stirrups. Just hands below your ass, like in fists,
Yeah,
so they
they
can
make
get
you do
the
that.
angle, and then you cough, so they can get into your cervix, right? So
I really wish we weren't having this conversation ahead of me having mine on Friday, but go on.
it's so fun. But then because I was left alone panicking for so long when she was trying to find this
Of
like
course.
larger speculum, then she did it, then she got it, and she like was like, all good, all good. And I remember last time when they pulled it out, there was blood on it. So I was really glad there was no blood on it. 'Cause it wasn't like I was on my period. She just scraped it so hard that blood came off.
Helen, this needs a trigger warning.
I was like, oh, trigger warning, women's health isn't fun. Surprise!
I've just realised I'm getting my wax on Thursday and my smear test on Friday. Lucky doctor.
Charming.
Lucky
Charming.
Ed. Waxed and wide. Let's go. No.
Do you know what
no.
size speculum you have? Do they just always just the one they get out? It's fine. Yeah, it's the standard. Oh.
Sorry.
I don't. That's fine.
Sorry.
But then, because I had so much time alone, I managed to build up the confidence to ask what I've always wanted to ask at the of the nurse. Is I wanted to ask her to look in my ears.
While they're doing the smear.
Not during the smear. I've always wanted to be told in a medical setting that I have a wax blockage and they need to syringe it and they need to film it for YouTube.
And what do they actually
It's like
say?
a medical fantasy
When they
for
check
me.
my ears, they just say they're clean. That could happen.
But they did them.
They what? They looked
Did
in your
they
ears.
squirt water into your ear, like syringe it?
Oh, they just looked in my ears and went, oh, they're clean.
Yeah, that's what she did to me as well. I was really upset.
You were upset your ears were clean?
I was like, oh, do you guys do ear syringing here? And she's like, oh, why are you having earache? And I was like, sometimes. Sometimes. But then, because I always feel like there's something in my ear. Like I don't know whether it's like mental.
It is.
It's mental, but like there's something in me that's like there's something blocking it, and I can like feel it.
Your own voice.
And
You're hearing yourself.
I got her to look in, and like she's a really small lady, and I was like doubling down, and like but like no, nothing. I was so upset because like it looks like the most. I think it's like born again Christian.
It looks incredibly satisfying. It looks like you would have a new lease of life.
My mum used to have it done all the time. My cousin always speaks about like how amazing it is because she's like, you go into the doctors, you get this like really satisfied. It feels like an itch. That
I
you've
know
never
someone who just had it
scratched.
done. I'm going to ask him how it was.
Do it. Apparently, like the world is so loud when you're outside of it. It's crazy.
Let me just.
That's a great idea, by the way, for NHS
Text.
funding. If they filmed procedures and put them on YouTube for revenue, I think they get lots of views.
And hello, guess who's just fixed the country?
Well,
Your-
thank you.
Broken Britain, no more. Well done,
Yes.
Andrew. Film people's medical procedures.
I
Didn't we
meant
do
to
that for a
ask.
while when the NHS couldn't help people? So we made a show called Embarrassing Bodies and put it on Channel 4 and made shitloads of ad money.
Oh yeah, I didn't know they went to the NHS though. I think they went to Dr. Christian.
Fair play to him. He works hard.
I've
Yeah.
messaged and asked my friend, you just had your ear syringed. How was it? I haven't really given any context.
Oh, see, now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh my God, could you imagine just like...
All I
don't-
ever think about though when I think about that is the other extreme, which is that episode of Girls, you know, when Lana Dunham...
Yes! I think about that all the time.
Me too. I think about it all the time. Every single time I even see an earbud, she takes an earbud and like really puts it in way too far and turns and it's bleeding and it's horrific.
Doesn't she like perforate her eardrum with
it's
it?
hell. It's hell.
Do you do that though? Do you put cotton buds down there?
No.
Oh my God, I do. Emma's nodding. Thank you for your honesty.
Yeah.
It's like I have this thing called Ortex as well. So like when you do have like a wax build up, it doesn't go anywhere. It's just like goes in and out, but it's sort of like, I think it fizzles it because you can hear like a crackling sound. But like, I'm always like, don't use the cotton bud for 2 months and then it'll be a really satisfying ear clean, and I can't not do it.
Right.
I'm addicted to it.
My mom worked in a children's hospital and genuinely thought those things were like actively, like she was like, kids ruin their hearing all the time with like actually doing themselves damage because people don't know how to do it properly. Like, just don't go there.
But I think I have bad hearing because I get that notification on my phone all the time.
You don't have bad
your
hearing. You
headphone
just are a
volume's
bad
too
listener. So, tell me about the sinus thing. Is that the sinus thing?
No.
What is the sinus story? Okay, so we usually need to know at home that we have a whiteboard in the office where we write things that we would like to talk about on the
To
podcast.
try and keep us on track. You might have noticed that it arrived about 3 months ago and we've been really on it since then.
Yeah. And so you were going to talk about the sinus stuff. And you've only, by the way, is your schmear fine?
I don't know, the results going to the wrong house.
Okay, fine.
That's another question. Can I ask you this then, please?
Yeah.
And then I listen.
Please.
Okay. If I want to stay with the doctors I'm at, if I change my address, will they chuck me out because I'm a bit further away from it now?
It depends on whether or not you're still in their catchment.
How do I find that out?
You say,
like-
hello, is this address in your catchment area?
Yeah, but then it happens if they say no and I go, oh, prank, and then just hang up.
You just say, you say, hello, I'm moving to an address. I'm thinking of moving to an address. Can I check if this is your catchment area?
Okay. I'm thinking of moving to an address.
Yeah.
Is this in your catchment area?
Yeah. I realise the doctor's
And
gonna
if
go,
they
"What am I
say
doing?"
no,
Yeah.
I go, oh, I
You
won't
don't
move
have to call them.
then.
You could just check on their website if it's in their
And
catchment
if they
area.
say
Can't you just check
yes,
on
I go, lol, I actually moved like 2 years ago. Can you please,
Helen,
can you please send me my updated
just check
STI
on
and
their-
STD results backdating 2 years?
just check on their website.
If it doesn't change colour or smell, it's fine.
Just
That's
check
what
on their
we do.
website.
Sorry, yeah, on their website.
You can check.
I can, yeah, I
What
can
can you
do that.
check?
On their website if I'm in their catchment area.
There you go.
Yeah. And then if not, call them up and say, it's been 2 years and I've been lying. Because when I go to pick up prescriptions, I give my old address as well. Is that
When you
really
go to
bad?
pick up what?
Prescriptions.
Okay.
I did all of mine for Australia the other day.
Oh, me too.
I was so proud
Nice
of
one.
myself. It feels so good to be like,
Mentally well. Yeah, it's
well,
important.
not like, I don't need them anymore because I am cured. But like,
Just gonna take them anyway, just
just
in
for
case.
banter.
Yeah, yeah, for
Just
for
for
lols,
banter.
for lols.
And just to make sure that sex drive is really low.
Yeah, mine too. Hey, girl. You know what's nice about how you're staying with Olga?
Yeah.
You don't have to have a key to go to the toilet. As in, like, you can just go. It won't be like if you won't get locked out of your bedroom if you go to the loo.
That's true.
That's nice.
That's true. And also, like, what are the odds I find myself on the street?
Pretty high by the sense of things.
I know, but Olga can let me back in.
Yes, you can.
And I'm in an Airbnb the other places we're going as well. We're basically we're getting like lovely little
Is
2-bed
her boyfriend
flats.
coming?
Not until New Zealand.
Okay. So
Yeah.
You're not
So I'm going to have a very horny cock on my hands.
Yeah, you are.
I'm going to have an incredibly horny cock just gyrating our way around all these charming
humping at your
Airbnbs
leg.
around the country.
Humping at your leg.
Just screaming. And I'll be like, I feel nothing. This
I've
is
got
crazy.
nothing for you.
What are you
Interesting.
nervous about for Australia then?
Okay, the flight. I really am dreading the flight.
I know
I
you
can't
are.
stress this enough. I'm not looking forward to that whatsoever. And I wish that I'd known Ellen was coming earlier and we could have afforded to sit beside each other.
Yeah.
But we are where we are.
Also, when you check in, always worth asking. You never know.
Yeah,
They
I'm
might be able
also-
to move someone.
I'm quite anxious about all that we have to do and like making sure she has a nice time. It's when you bring somebody on a work trip, you always feel like, oh gosh, like I want to give you enough time and I also want to.
But it's Ellen. I totally know
she's
what you're
chill.
saying.
She's the best.
She knows everyone.
Yeah.
She's also
She likes reading.
super
so she'll just
independent.
read her book.
She doesn't need to be handheld.
I know, that's so true.
Like, she would be more than happy to be like, oh, hey, you've got loads of work stuff to do today and you need to meet with these people and do work
she
stuff
will
with
just
them.
listen to Sherlock Holmes and go around.
But great, because that's what she wants to do.
Yeah.
And, like, people do want to do their own thing. Because it's also, like, it's your work thing.
I really
but
have to
it's
get my
her
head
holiday.
I really do have to get my head around the fact that she actually likes alone time.
It's the best.
I guess, yeah. Fine. And,
Wait, is she actually reading Sherlock Holmes?
she listens to the Sherlock Holmes stories when she needs comfort.
Are they genuine? I feel like they might get a bit, like, repetitive.
She seems to love them.
Okay, sick.
And then I feel like I've told you such a private, intimate thing about her because I told you about her Sherlock Holmes enjoyment.
We've said so much more.
And then I'm nervous about, obviously, about the show working in Australia. Like, I always find when you go to a different country,
Yeah.
it's the thing you least expect that doesn't make any sense to people. You'll be like, you'll find out like hobby isn't a word to them, and or like it means something different, and you're like, huh, huh. So we'll see.
Thinking of your show is so wonderfully
I really
human.
tried
though.
to make it
It's
like.
human and feelings.
Thank
and
you.
Like, I mean, they're not like us, the Australians. They are different.
I'm
but
not
they
like you.
still
I'm
have
not. I'm
feelings.
Irish. I think I'm closer to the Australians.
Oh, ouchie.
Sorry, I think I am. I
All
think
of
I'm
you
closer.
bloody criminals, am I right? Sorry, you guys weren't. You were forced to steal because of the famine. And I know that. And I'm
and
sorry.
then sent to
Sent to
as
Australia.
a tool of colonization.
Yeah. And sorry.
Here's my thing. I would I'd like to just be good, and I'd like to not get sunburnt, and I'd like to eat in all the best places, and I just want the Australian fans to have a nice time.
Wait, so you're worried you're not going to eat in all the best places?
I always have
is that a
FOMO in
genuine
Melbourne.
fear?
I have FOMO. I'm like, oh god, because everyone's always like, you gotta go here, you gotta go here. You're like, oh, what if I pick the wrong one?
I cannot describe
I'm fun.
how much better I've gotten at that. Like, I used to always think I've got to visit every country in the world, and when I'm there, I've got to see everything that's there to be there. Just do what you can do and what you fancy. Like, we're both in Sydney as well.
Yes, we are.
You
So
don't
exciting.
have to do anything.
I do really want to see that though, because I just feel like I might never get to go back to Australia. You never know.
But what's the one thing you want to do in Sydney? Before people start giving you lists saying, you've got to go here, you have to do this, you have to do that. What is the one thing that you're like, I'd love to have done that?
Walk from Bondi to that other beach.
Bondi too. I know which one you're talking about. The walk.
Mama.
Clovelly?
No, it's like it begins with an M, I think.
Manning.
Maybe.
That's Manning Island. No.
Anoray.
Either way, Monterey.
Manly.
Manly.
There we go.
I want to have brunch at Bondi and walk to Manly and have lunch.
We'll do that then.
Do you want to come?
Yeah, that is perfect. And then everything
And then get in the
else,
sea.
I want to do. I didn't do this last time, even though I was there for like 2.5 weeks. The botanical gardens
I'd
down
like
to
that.
the opera house, and then the train goes like straight to the area we're doing our shows in.
Can I do that with you?
Yeah, 100%. But then everything else,
That's
Catherine, as
it.
far as like, you need to eat there, you need to go see this museum, you need to see this gallery, you need to.
Yeah, I'm only
like,
there for 5 days. Relax.
If you do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. There's something wonderful about being like, hey, do you want to meet up for brunch? And just spontaneously going for brunch, being like, oh, I'm going to go chill out until I do my show. You're there for so long. You can go to the cinema.
Oh, not in Australia.
Why is so?
You can do that anywhere.
I know.
I'll be at the
but
beach.
6
I'll be
weeks.
boarding. No, water.
you do the-
no paddle boarding?
Waterboarding.
You can't go to Melbourne if you're not going to waterboard.
No, that's the wrong one. Whoopsies. I'd like to see Gatsby's new show.
We will see
course.
Gatsby's new show.
course.
But things like, yeah, when people go, you didn't go to eat there. It's like, no, I didn't. Just like, in the same way people go like, oh, you haven't seen that film? Fuck off.
Yeah, you're right. It's
I
our
haven't.
life.
Tell you what I did have. A nice
our
time
life.
to rest.
Fuck you. It's our life.
Get so angry.
Get out of here. We
you
can
live
do-
in London
we-
and you
listen,
haven't been to this?
Look, I'll make a spreadsheet and we'll stick to it. Is that what we
Have
said?
you actually made a spreadsheet? Because you tried to do this with me the other day. Do you remember when you were like, and we need to make sure we get that coffee in
make
before
my
we
own
go to
pri-
Melbourne
I'll make
so we
my
can
own
plan what we're
private
doing
spreadsheet.
each day? Are you fucking joking?
I'll make my own.
Why? I mean, no, but it's a word. It's. You know what? Olga's already got a spreadsheet. You talk to her.
Oh, do you think she'd share it?
Yes. She'll do a shared Google Drive with you if you want.
That'd be heaven.
She did every gallery in Sydney.
No,
every
there's no
gallery,
need for that.
every museum,
No.
everything.
No,
Some days, I just went out for a coffee.
Oh yeah,
Because
that's
those
fine.
coffees are
Banging.
But like,
So good.
as I'm banging, I remember like I used to shout at us on stage a lot last year. It's stronger.
It is. Oh, it definitely is.
Like-
You got to go easy there.
I did not know.
I agree.
My first day.
Have you had any Vietnamese coffee while you're there?
Yeah, not my thing.
Oh God, I love it so.
I don't mind it iced,
Oh yeah, it has to be iced.
but like as far as like a neat Vietnamese coffee, it's not my taste.
no, I just like the condensed milk sugar high.
You
of an
would
iced.
love Malaysian tea, Teh Tarik. It's
Ooh.
condensed milk. It's like pulled like chai. It's insane.
Yum 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 yum.
I take you
yum.
Malaysia.
Yes, please.
We'll go on the way back.
Love to.
You have to kick around Brisbane and Perth for 2 weeks, though.
My first boyfriend was Malaysian, worth the wait.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
Be nice to
so
visit. Nice to
much.
visit. Yeah.
Does he live there now?
No, he
Oh.
cheated on me a lot.
Oh no! How old were you?
19.
Oh no! Do you want to talk about it?
No. I'm good.
Okay. So, but you're excited for Australia, not all fear.
Yeah, sorry. Wow.
Okay,
I'm
good.
good. I'm excited. Woo, we're back. And we're back. Hey, Andrew, you got any problems?
Many problems. Can I please ask, just before we get into problems, what is the sinus thing?
Oh, yeah. the
This
sinus
whiteboard
thing.
is not working out. Man.
Even I lost track.
Mine is that. Okay, so we've both got. I've got a deviated septum. What do you have?
Oh, my whole life I've been diagnosed with all sorts of different things. They're always like hay fever, rhinitis, lots of different, basically like constant issues. And recently I finally got to go to a doctor and he was like, girl, you got to go to an ENT specialist. And I was like, dude, I have been begging everyone to let me go to an ENT specialist. So I have a appointment in May where they're going to put a camera up there. How are they even getting it up there? I don't want to know.
Nose
Yikes.
and then through to the side.
Oh, I was hoping they just go butt.
Here's the thing.
That was such a Helen joke. Nothing for that. Thank you, Em.
Sorry.
Nothing for that.
Sorry, can you say it again, please?
I was hoping they'd just go butt. Come on. Yeah, they're going up my nose. It's horrible. Really? Really? Sometimes I write, like, I just, like, say something.
You write for me.
Yeah, and it's like, nothing? Go
I
on.
think maybe just say it louder and I'll be like, but I'll be like, yeah. There's like, so obviously you can get the operation where they remove like this big bump in my nose. That means I can't breathe through it because I breathe through my mouth, right?
Wait, but they in turn straighten your nose more?
It's like a nose job, but like they remove it. But it's like I don't want to have a nose job because it's like that's my face, right? But then I'm like, okay, at some point I probably will because
Yeah.
it's sort of like it is. I'm
Yeah.
sure it would be. I'm sure it's nice breathing.
And you
want to
break LA.
Everyone else seems really happy breathing.
Sorry,
through
and you
their
want to
nose.
break LA.
And I want to break LA. Thank you. See, it does work.
Yeah.
But I keep on getting these videos on like my Instagram of like people getting like a chiropractor on their face. Hello?
Go on.
So they're like doing like, like they're like working the nose with their thumbs like you would with a back, like for like a realignment. And then they go, and then they're like, I can breathe. And I'm like,
But
that
how
feels
long does
fun.
that last for?
It's a realignment. So however long it takes to get unaligned.
But how long is that?
I don't know how often people go to a chiropractor all the time, don't they? It's like a regular thing for some people. But I'd rather that than be
You're going
put
to go to
under and have a
an-
different face.
Okay, when you put it like that, but you're gonna book regular appointments at a chiropractor.
I think, yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? That's another thing.
I
to
think
keep
it's
on
easier to
top
get a
of.
new face than a new personality.
Was that unkind?
No, I just mean like it would take a new personality.
Was that unkind? was that unkind? Have you done me an unkindness? I can't tell. I'm too thick. Did you say something unkind to me?
I just mean like neither of us is finding time for a chiro. We're so busy, and like you don't even remember sometimes to like wash your hands.
I always wash my hands. I just don't dry them.
Okay.
Because I think drying them on yourself is absolutely fine. I just see the
Right.
point of standing under an airdryer.
Right.
Because on average, people spend 10 years under an airdryer
they
drying their nose. But sometimes it's nice to make up facts. 10 years of your life is spent next to a Dyson Airblade.
Behave yourself.
But I think it would be
Sorry
like
for yawning.
the
I yawned
idea-
again. What's wrong with me? Wow, I'm so sexy today.
oh, sexy sleeping.
Sexy girl.
She won't remember anything. I think we should go for facial realignments together.
I'd love to.
And then I want to go to a Reiki session.
No.
And I want to have someone transfer some
No.
energy out of me.
That's a no.
So the opposite of most people. So I'm a little bit more like, hey,
I do think you should just make that your new personality.
sleepy.
What about just smoking weed all the time?
Well, I am a pothead now. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've got gummies.
Yeah.
And I've had them about like 10 times now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about just doing it during the day?
Happens if I jump in front of a car or something?
I think that's.
Why would I jump in front of a car? Yeah, why
I
would I?
don't think so.
But don't you think like sometimes that is like bad company, potheads?
Yeah, but I think it would just sort of normalize you.
Really?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Should we do an episode where I'm
This
high?
isn't some kind of smear test.
No, but when I'm back from Australia, should we do a
Yes,
high
I would
episode?
actually love that.
Let's I'll take a handful of gummies and we'll just have to roll with it. But
You
I
have the
get
right
to, I
to
get
it.
I have
Yeah,
the right.
yeah.
I have the right to say we can't release
You
it.
got yourself a goddamn deal.
Promise.
Yeah, deal.
Okay, we're doing it. Wait, no guest as well.
Obviously
Yeah.
not. Obviously not.
Should I do shrooms for the first time?
No,
No.
start with pot.
Yeah, we'll
Jesus.
just do gummies. We'll just do gummies.
Christ.
Do you want to do it with me?
No.
No, just me. Just me high
One of
with
us has
you
to
regular.
keep us safe. Yeah, one of us has to keep you safe.
Telling you now, you will love it. I will laugh at everything you
Great.
say. Like Sunil
That'll be a
could not
first.
believe it.
Hey,
Not that funny.
Andrew, do you have any problems?
Yes.
That was good. Andrew, do you have any problems?
This is from C. They're addicted to pot. Go on.
Oh, that'd be funny, wouldn't it?
No, go on.
No,
Quite harrowing,
not
actually,
funny.
yeah,
Sorry, everyone.
Ready?
no. This is from we'll keep it anonymous. From D.
Hi, D.
Hi, D.
D says, hello, Trusty Hoggies, and
Hello.
the effervescent Andrew on the tech white. This is very praising.
Oh, God, I wish you could see Andrew's face.
Oh,
yeah, that was so
You can.
Put the camera on
Hello.
Andrew's
That was
face.
so
Go on,
fun.
say it again.
From the effervescent Andrew on the tech white.
Oh,
So
D,
smug.
that's cute.
Go on.
After hearing you on Pappy's Flatshare Slamdown, I started Trusty Hogs from episode 1 in January.
That's so nice.
Currently training for a half marathon, and I'm now 60 episodes in.
Oh, my God,
That's
congratulations.
so sweet.
Some notes on binge listening so far.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Number 1, I will never stop singing your theme tune.
Oh.
It's a good theme tune. I forget every episode that you're quote-unquote solving problems, and that isn't just a pure chat/interview podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know what you
I
mean.
forget as well. Sometimes you say to the guests, like, what sort of problem solver are you? And I was like, oh, my God, this is the format.
What do you mean sometimes? That's every single... You haven't once asked a guest that.
No,
Nope.
I did actually. The week you weren't here,
Oh, come on. That
I
doesn't count.
actually did ask it. And I was like, I can't believe I'm actually asking this question.
Good Lord.
Because normally I go, problem solving.
Number
Go
3, Catherine's half marathon experience was weirdly motivating, despite her final statement essentially being, that wasn't for me.
Sorry.
Number 4, this is written, I'm not just making this up.
Love it.
It says, I find myself inexplicably infatuated with Andrew.
Fuck off, Andrew. No, it doesn't say that.
Yes, it does.
I
My
can
prince has
confirm.
been chosen. My prince has been chosen.
Sorry, my pig fainted out of disbelief.
I love you, Andrew. This is so amazing. Keep going.
It says, I'm not normally one for podcast crushes. Thank you, Dee. I appreciate that. But here is Dee's problem.
Andrew,
Yeah.
you got picked.
Yeah.
I feel like he's the alien and like, you know, like the class.
Oh,
the
that's
class.
nice. That's
And
nice.
Andrew has to leave now.
Is
Hi,
D,
let's
do we
go.
know the gender of D?
D is, I believe, contextually, yes, male. Yeah.
Okay. Contextually, by which I mean fancies me and I want him to be a man.
No, but a straight man with a wife.
D, I
What?
love you.
Yeah.
Maybe he just wants to be friends.
He might not be straight. He might
That's
be
really
bi and
nice.
married.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Sorry, apologies. Yes.
No worries.
In a
Wow,
heterosexual
you just ruined
relationship,
it, Andrew.
No,
no, I'm a homewrecker.
What?
Catherine also went along with it. It was me that was seeing what happened there.
Wow, you're so woke.
Because
Go
I
on.
see it for D.
Good Lord.
So here's my problem. My wife and I are on a weight loss journey together, but she's having a much harder time of it than I am.
Aww.
I've lost 7 stone since we started, and she's lost 1 stone, which is impressive, but obviously she feels despondent.
Yeah.
The main difference between our routine is my increase in exercise.
That's not the main difference. The main difference is your gender.
Yeah, true. But she is...
Sorry.
Yeah, fair. This is a fair point. But she's always upset that she's not able to lose as much weight and she feels
Yeah.
unattractive. I'm always telling her and showing her how attractive I find her And what can I do? What can I do to help her feel sexy? That is my problem.
Oh, you know my rule for weight loss: if you want to lose weight quickly, gain a ton of weight, and it will drop off you. The bigger you are, the quicker you lose weight. If you look at those Biggest Loser episodes from back in the day, you go on that 700 pounds, you can lose 20 pounds in a week, no stress. You go on that 200 pounds, you're losing 5 tops. You know, it's a gain to lose.
First of all, I do think that we just need to say we're not doctors. The second thing that we need to say is that there are lots of takes on whether or not trying to lose weight as a couple is a positive or a negative thing. I don't want to sound like we are inconsiderate of those things, but this
you
person,
want to do it, and we support
they're
you
both
doing
consenting
what you want to do with your body.
Exactly. And with that said, I would just clarify what I meant by their gender being the difference, being that I do think that you can often be two people going. If Helen and I ate the same food every single day, we wouldn't have the same body.
Wouldn't have your food.
Yeah, exactly. But my point is, if we did have, if any two persons,
dates for breakfast, was that?
If any two persons had the same diet, they wouldn't have the exact same body. That's not how metabolism or biology works.
It does for animals, though. All ants, same body,
and
different diets, same body.
The other thing to say is that gender obviously plays into that as just physical and mental health, as just body mass, as just loads of
in general, breasts weigh more than balls.
So I just wanted to flag that. In relation to the question of how you make your wife feel sexy, I think it is a complicated one because you are
sleeping tablets.
No, you fucker. Because there are two counter.
I'm really hoping they listened to last week.
Yeah, otherwise it sounds really super fucking toxic. Even in that context, it sounds super toxic. Here's my issue, though, right? You do have two counterintuitive narratives there, right? On the one hand, that thinness is good because it's your goal. Well, listen, and that might not be how you see it. And on the other hand, that and that you're both trying to change, and what you're trying to change away from is that which she is or sees herself as, and simultaneously that she is sexy and attractive as she is. That is a very hard thing to navigate.
So I think I've had this problem differently than you've had it. The problem is that she's not reaching a goal that she wants, and she doesn't feel sexy because of the failure. Is that what it is?
No, she doesn't feel sexy in her body, and he's trying to make her feel sexy in her body.
Right.
But I think when you're both also trying to change your bodies away from what her body is, that's a really hard thing to convince somebody of.
Right. Okay, I'm with you now. But we don't necessarily know the goal is thinness, right?
No.
It's just to
lose weight. The goal is to be smaller than they currently are.
Right. Okay.
The exact wording says that she is upset that she's not able to lose weight and feels unattractive.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
But my point is I think it's understandable if that's I don't think that's as simple as
go to a fucking
as you saying I think you're sexy, because your actions and intent for both of you, your stated aim at the moment is to not look how she looks, and that just is a complicated way to be. And I think you need to very much clarify then in that case that the goal isn't, if it's not thinness, if it's a specific strength thing or whatever it might be, so that they're distinct from one another. But also I do think that is a complicated line to blur, and possibly taking her out, going on dates that maybe aren't associated with food, not because of weight loss, but just so that isn't the main topic of conversation.
Axe throwing or something.
Sure. And also potentially considering I think if you guys are really trying to lose weight and maintain your sex life and tell each other that you're sexy and change your bodies, a little bit of external that feels like a complicated thing to me. I would be trying to do couples therapy at the same time, but then I am a real
you love therapy.
Complicated no, I just think those are really big things that are really hard to hold at the same time. And what I'm trying to say to this person is that it's not that you're doing anything wrong, to be very clear, but rather that that is complicated, and it's something that comes up in a lot of relationships, and I don't know how to navigate it because I've never managed to successfully do that. And you're not unusual for not being able to convince her that she's sexy while she lives in this particular world and tries to change her own body. What's your advice on being made feel sexy?
I think it's you want to support her, but thing is, you already think she's sexy, so all you can do is just keep thinking she's sexy, and like the brain is a horrible thing, and it'll be there one day, it'll go away, but like constantly ask someone why they don't feel sexy. Do you not feel sexy? I think you're so sexy. It can create a complex. So just be like, you're fucking sexy. You're so sexy. Like, tell them that you think they're sexy, but don't question why they don't think they're sexy. Like, you're trying to be supportive, you're trying to be loving. Just be like, you're fucking sexy. Because obviously you think they're sexy.
Flirt.
And I think,
cheer when they take their fucking top off. Cheer when they take their pants off.
see, even that for me is like, just don't, they're sexy. Let's not dig into it. And it's like, if you were feeling uncomfortable in your body and you took off your top and someone cheered, you'd feel like they were doing a performance for you, no?
Oh, right. Okay. I guess I meant more like respond to it in the way that's positive.
I respond to it positively, but don't do... see, that for me would make me feel like they felt like they had to, which would make me retreat
I can
more.
only cheer when you take your top off.
But that's different.
Okay.
It's not like... That's different because I love you, but I do not need you to find me sexy. I love that you do, but I don't get any self-worth from that. Does that make sense without sounding really nasty? I like that you think I'm sexy, but you're not some...
No, I do know what you mean.
If I wasn't sexy to you, I wouldn't feel any less love from you.
Wow.
That's a compliment.
Wow. I see how it is.
No, that's nice because you make Helen feel
Is
so
it?
loved.
I'm so secure that even if I wasn't feeling sexy at all, I wouldn't need you to like correct that for me.
If I hadn't had Botox this week, you'd see how furious I was.
Do you not think that's a nice thing that like I don't need?
I think it would be nicer if my attraction to you mattered more.
Your attraction to me doesn't matter because I know you think I'm beautiful because you tell me so much that I don't need anything else.
Well, but in essence, they were saying the same thing, which is like consistency of actually really thinking the thing.
Consistency, but I don't think there's any conversation or anything you're missing saying that can change it without making that person feel more self-aware or more. It's like if you tell someone you're losing weight or you're saying like, oh, I don't really like this thing, and then they sort of like check in on it, and it's like, never check in on it. Just be supportive and don't say anything. Don't comment on if I'm having a salad, even if I'm having healthy. Don't positively comment or negatively comment. Don't comment.
Yeah.
I think the same with that. Like they're just sexy.
Yeah.
End of. Right?
I sneezed. Excuse me.
Do you? But like just
sweet sneeze.
because we are
Thank you, I
different. Would
sneeze
you
like a
rather
mouse.
someone consistently say to you like?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you're gonna have to figure out if your wife's
But I
more of a
don't
Helen
feel
or a
sexy
Catherine.
ever, and I need to be told that I am to believe that you still think it. My worry is that
So sexy.
my worry is that the person that I love has stopped feeling that way.
You're so sexy.
That's nice, but my worry is always that they've changed their mind or stopped.
Yeah.
Because I've never had trouble having sex with strangers or like having sex at the start of relationships, but it has often like waned to a point of non-existence, and I think that's like totally partly on me and partly that I like love to fall into the role of mother in lots of contexts, but I sort of make it my own fault, so I kind of need the other person to be like, I still think you're like hot and sexy.
You need someone that's into MILFs. That's the thing with you.
Yeah. And I found
She's a sexy mum. She's a mother. Fucking Stacey's mum has got it going.
Exactly.
I hope that answered it. I'm sorry it's not very clear, but you do need to figure out. We don't know your wife, but
it seems like from how
I want her to be so happy. That's the thing. I want both of you to thrive, and I love that you care enough to write in and ask this. I think that's so sweet and just so aware of the fact that like the thing that
I think the thing is that you basically need to figure out what makes her feel sexy, what makes her feel affirmed, and keep doing that. And it seems to me like you are going to be capable of doing that, given that like within 3 seconds you had Andrew like genuinely
Giggling.
batting his eyelids.
giggling.
So I think that you probably can tap into what will get somebody's sense of approval up and their sense of worth up. And also I think
Always have a stiffy whenever she's in the room.
that's like a huge benefit of
Always
dating a
rock
straight
hard.
man. Like
Yeah.
there's honestly something to be said for a boner to be like, well, obviously.
If you walk home and he goes,
Yeah.
It's like, this feels good.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
the other thing to say is that, and that like to just be cognizant of the fact that of course it's complicated. Of course, if you're both losing weight and simultaneously trying to say that all bodies are beautiful, that is a complex, contradictory message that you both have to hold and understand and deal with, and that it's okay maybe to like look to therapy while you do that, because that's complicated.
And I think final note, if you're still wanting to change your body shape and it's not working, Special K is still very much available and on the shelves.
yourself.
And just remember,
Behave
do weigh it
yourself.
out. If it's
Do not
over
give
30
Kellogg's your
grams,
fucking money. Do not give
if it's
Kellogg's
over
your money.
30 grams, you're having too much.
Did you hear that cunting CEO talk about how they were
CEO?
getting into people? There was a new trend for people eating cereal for dinner, and they were
It's
interviewing.
not a new trend. That's a lazy person's dinner.
No, get this. It's because of the cost of living crisis. And so this news interviewer in the States was like, yeah, that's like you can understand that could be contrived as a bad thing. And he was like, no, it's amazing. We're getting so much new spikes instead. And it was like, you motherfucker, you watch the video. I'm not even doing it justice. He is like an absolute unempathetic robot. And they're like, sorry, you'd realize this is because people are starving. And he's like, yeah, it's so much cheaper to have our cereal than it is to have like a balanced fucking meal. Fuck Kellogg's. I'm just, yikes.
Wait, hold that. We need to wrap up this episode. I'm going to watch this. Let's talk about this in the extras and do some more problems. Sound good?
Yes. Concludes, by the way.
Sorry,
that's
Sadie.
So
all right.
D concludes.
Sorry. D concludes.
That's all right, babe. You never do that. You're so good.
D concludes, at this pace, I should be up to date by the end of May, so it'll take me a while to know if you choose a female, but I'll keep my fingers crossed and keep my ears peeled. Thanks for all the audio emotional support, D.
Oh, and also good luck in your half
Oh
marathon.
my God, yeah. Can we also just say, like, good luck on your half marathon, and also, like, never do that again. Are you finished? Wait, don't listen to this until don't listen to this. Okay, are you done? Are you finished? Well done. Congratulations. Come here to me. What have you proven? What have you done? So what? And what? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like your feet are sore. Okay, cool. And now you feel what? You're going to do a full marathon. No, you're fucking not. That was hell. You know that was hell. Don't do it again. 10 is a gorgeous running competitive pace. It's something you can get faster at. It's something you can do within an hour. It's a beautiful race. It doesn't hurt your knees. It doesn't hurt your feet. You don't feel the absolute absurd and shocking need to shit right after. Come back to me. Over here. Good lad. Well done. That's amazing.
You really caught the running bug, didn't you?
I love it.
Goodbye.
Toodles. Bye.
Don't forget to buy tickets for all the Trusty Hogs tour dates at trustyhogs.com/tour. We're going all over the country and indeed the world. We're right in Australia right now as you're listening to this. So check if we are near you in Sydney or Melbourne. You can also buy merch at trustyhogs.com, and you can get merch discounts at our Patreon, where you can also get extra episodes every week, early access, ad-free content, live shows for £10 plus. And if you want to be a producer, you'll get listed in the credits and get a special mug. Thank you so much for all your support, and see you next week.
Beep, beep, oink, oink, motherfuckers! Woohoo! Hello and welcome to the Executive Producers Lounge. Sit back, relax, and let us thank you. Simon Moores, Guy Goodman, Mary Fox, Annie Tonner, Stefanie Catracchia. Oh, hello, newcomer, and welcome. Oliver Jago, Anthony Conway, Matthew Thomas, Madeline Quinne, and Grace O'Reilly. Can we get you anything?
Oh, that was so creepy.
Thank you.
The "can we get you anything" was creepy at the end. Did you not?
I wanted to go for Stepford Wife.
That is 100 Nicole Kidman.
Thank you.
Okay, wait. What should I do the producers list in?
Slumming it.
Like Pumbaa?
I want it to be like Ryanair
Like
flight.
Oh, Ryanair. Hello.
No.
We're
what?
from County Dingle Doogle. wait. Isn't there a county called like Dingle or Deagle or something? What's it called?
There's a place called Dingle.
Dingle.
Sorry, just to check in. What do you think Ryanair is?
An Irish airline?
Yeah, but like it's not from Dingle.
It's not from, where's it from? Dublin.
Why don't you just do a normal accent, but that's like more like...
They're Irish people that work at
it's
Ryanair.
more quality, it's more
based in
value for
Ireland.
money. Think like Iceland.
Icelandic air.
No, like...
Stacey Solomon.
Thank
Carrie
you.
Katona.
I love Stacey.
Mom's chocolate producers. Yeah. Okay, breathe.
Stacey! Right, thank you so much to Richard Bicknell, Elle, Richard Bold, Sadie Cashmore, Zoe, Rachel Page, Helen A,
good.
Abbie Worf, Luke Ray, Kate, Dean Michael. Nearly said that wrong. Anthony, Sophie Chivin, Kerry Smooth. Give me a new one. I've got 2 more left.
Australian.
G'day, and thank you so much to our wonderful producers from Down Under, / you're probably in the UK. It's Victoria Hutchison, Becky Fox, Tim and Dorm, Raia Fink, Cordelia, Amy O'Reilly, Matt Sims, Tristan, Taz, Charlie A, Kai C, Helen Wolf, Hi Briggs, Jam Rainbird. Stop, is that actually a name?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your support, Jam. Please be single and please contact me. Helen Rainbird. Helen Rainbird.
Jam Rainbird is a wicked name.
Jam, contact me. Helen Rainbird? Sorry, can you give me one more accent?
Texan.
Nice.
Howdy, partner.
They're all so close.
Y'all want to go to the cattle ranch? Y'all having sweet tea? Okay. I'm gonna pray for you. The bigger the hair, the closer to God. Okay. I'm gonna pray for you. Okay.
It's
Forrest
so
Gump.
weird when you go for you.
For you. I'm gonna pray for you.
you.
I'm gonna pray for you. Okay. Welcome
Why
to
is it so wide for you?
Welcome to Texas, and a big thank you to
Have you ever
Claire
been?
Owen-Jones. No.
You can tell.
No. Claire Owen-Jones, Harald van Dijk. No, come on. Okay, Texas.
This ain't Texas.
This ain't Texas. I know. Hold on. Okay,
Oh,
okay. Claire Owen-Jones. No, Claire Owen-Jones, Harald van Dijk, David Walker, Jess Nick, Rachel R, Neil Redmond, Sarah Molly, Tina Linsey, Graham Marsh, Lear Overend, Liz Fort, Chloe, Emily G, and Ozzy Steph. Was that bad?
It sounded like the narration for like an American murder mystery podcast.
I thought it was like one of those sleep time, you know, the ones where
Oh,
they're like,
yeah.
you're going to go to sleep.
I
Wow.
was thinking about a big Texas man on a cattle ranch.
Make it stop. Hey guys, thanks for supporting the podcast.
That
We
was
really
the
appreciate
longest
you,
producer's
and we
name.
need you. We need you because Helen's alienating, if I may, with that kind of thing.
This ain't Texas.
Nope. And that
I
ain't
know.
the song. Not even close to the frickin' tune.